there's one thing we've all experienced before, it's getting whooped by a car. Throwing that aside, you know that sweet feeling of something just feeling off and different than really anything else? Like for starters, going to the store at 3 a.m. For some reason, you ended up here to do something that technically could have waited until tomorrow, but you didn't really have anything else to do, and for some reason your sleep schedule's all screwed up, or perhaps you were on a road trip on your way home. Or perhaps you just wanted to take a late night grocery haul to get some snacks, cause why not? Hey, can you grab me a bag of chips while you're at it? Thanks. But besides that, you're in the store in the middle of the night. For some reason, everything just feels weird. There's no one around, maybe like 2 or 3 people who just entered the store who, well, you kind of just want to avoid at all costs. And no matter what area you're in, everything just feels very isolated. Alrighty, let's do this quick. Alright, so we got some bananas. I'll take one of these, maybe 2 of those. Huh. It's too quiet. That's weird. There's no one here. Let's get going then. I don't want to be here for too long. Alright, finally. No wonder so many people take so long to find this. What the? Why'd you get so quiet? You know what? Time to go. Oh man, did you find everything you need, sir? Yeah. Okay, that would be $35.82. All right, here's a 40. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry, sir. I'll have to get some change. One moment. Okay. Who the heck? Who's there? Oh crap! Oh my goodness. Have a nice night, sir. Thanks, you too. Going anywhere in the middle of the night is pretty nerve-wracking and oddly suspenseful for some reason. Not necessarily like, oh crap, I gotta get out of here, but rather, this is strange, but I'm gonna keep looking around though. On top of that, the streets are also empty as heck, quiet as heck, and dark as heck. Nighttime drives on top of entering the store in the middle of the night has gotta be not only one of the best combos, but also the most eerie. These are moments when life be hitting different. With the next one on the list, coming home after a long vacation. If you've never been on vacation, this one is not for you. Go to the next one. But if you have, tell me why opening the door into your own house after not being in it for who knows how long and just walking in is just, oh my goodness. The only way I could describe this is, the title's right there. But the best way I could describe this is getting a new pair of shoes. Fresh, exhilarating, and feels like home. There's something about like the whole aura or the sort of feeling of your own house that just gives you comfort and enjoyment to where you're just like, oh, finally. I can smell like my house again. That feeling gets even more amplified when you get to take a large watery dookie on your own toilet. Another honorable mention is showering in your own house. That water feels like the best water you've ever felt because you get so used to things in your house, you know? But then you go on vacation or to another place where you're so unfamiliar with the environment around you. Either you're staying in a hotel or perhaps your relative's house. The whole atmosphere just ain't the same. The shower ain't the shower you're used to. The sounds and knickknacks around you aren't the same either. And even worse, the toilet feels weird on your butt cheeks. You truly don't enjoy your home until you're far away from it. Walking into your own house after a vacation has gotta be the second most satisfying feeling in the world, with the first being the next feeling, the last day of school. Oh man. Everyone knows that feeling on the last day of school. Doesn't matter what grade you're in, kindergarten, middle school, high school, college, it's all the same. Knowing that you have the rest of the school year off, thanks to summer vacation, is immaculate. You're dapping up the homies or chatting with the ladies, talking about what you'll do this summer, where you're planning to go, and most of the time you're just answering, chillin'. Well, the last days of school would be like this for, well, up until middle school at least. But recently, the last days of school be feeling a little like... yeah. I mean, I do this as well, but I do miss those days where everyone was kind of just talking to each other and, you know, chatting it up. And chatting it up. Freak, I can't say it. chatting it up and not really actually being on their phones, and then leaving right when the bell rings just to do it all over again in each class. But you know, those days were the best either way. And the sleep, ooh, the sleep and rest you get when you go to bed that day feels like you slept for a week straight. Speaking of sleep, next up, sleeping in a brand new house. This one's pretty common if you've ever moved out before, or like before going on vacation. I don't know why, but for some reason sleeping in another place, especially a new house, feels pretty weird. You hear noises you would never really hear before, the temperature's kind of off for some reason compared to what you're used to, and for some reason time just moves a lot slower. I don't know about you, but it feels like holding a plank in gym class. Are not only uncomfortable, but everything just feels off at the same time for the same reason, and time for some reason is non-existent. Not only does the environment around you feel like a liminal space, but your sleep schedule also for some reason gets messed up. It's like jet lag, but not really. I don't even know really. Next up, eating anything past your bedtime, aka eating food at night. If there's anything I'm constantly doing, it's thinking about snacks. Kind of in the name, you know? Now, eating snacks is one thing, but eating snacks when no one is awake, oh my days, it's perfect. Oh my goodness. For some reason, snacks or pretty much any type of food late at night when you're for some reason the hungriest you've ever been throughout the day just has more richness and flavor. I don't know, the flavor molecules and the craving you get late at night just makes everything just taste better. I would say it's the equivalent of playing Minecraft as a kid late at night on a cool summer day. Man, the memories. Anyway, back to food. I guess the reason why food just tastes better at night is mainly because of the fact that you get all your focus, you put all your focus and energy on the food rather than anything else. Throughout the day, you're kind of just around noise and, you know, all that kind of stuff, but not at night. Oh, baby, not a sound in sight.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Besides this. Now, the next one is a real one, and the one everyone can relate to. The day of your birthday. Alright, everyone, let's sing happy birthday. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Life hits the most when you realize you're turning a year older than you were just a year back. Does that make sense? Ain't nobody want to feel old, let alone be old. Hey, you! Get off my lawn! Oh, sorry, Gramps. No offense to old people, by the way. I don't know what it is about birthdays, but for some reason you just get this sort of tingly sensation throughout the day. Your spider senses start tingling for some reason. Like you're excited, but calm at the same time, but also like, man, this day's gonna go by hecka fast. And the next thing you know, you're sitting in that chair, the birthday song comes on, and you kind of just have to sit there for a good 30 seconds. Besides the cake in your face and everyone laughing, birthdays are pretty okay. And last but not least, getting your first phone. As a kid, I don't know why, but nothing beats the feeling of passing the Apple store in the mall and just seeing the amount of electronics and computers there are to mess around with and get my little hands on them. Wait until they see this. Even today, the same feeling just re-emerges when passing the Apple store or pretty much anywhere with cool stuff that you don't actually own or you can afford. Who said that? Ha! Get a load of this guy. Everyone knows the amount of sweat you shed when you have a brand new phone. You're excited, exhilarated, all the above, and you're carefully placing it down on the table and constantly wiping down the screen to take good care of it. But after like a year of having it and a couple of random cracks on the screen from dropping it multiple times, at that point you kind of just chuck it at the wall when you go to sleep and call it a day. Random email. I'll do it later. The same thing can go for pretty much any electronic. PC, one day you're making sure not to damage the keys, and the next thing you know, you're slamming the desk so hard because you lost the game in 2K. Console, one day you can be dusting it off and making sure it's spick and span, but the next day you're slamming the controller so hard on the floor because you lagged a bit in Rocket League. Honorable mention, and just something from our childhood that always made life feel different, it's seeing this gloriousness in the wild. It's beautiful. I could actually cry. Hey mom, is that guy okay? Passing by this section or just going to it even though you didn't actually own the legendary console called a Nintendo DS or 3DS? Oh man, nothing beats this nostalgic feeling. Rest in peace DS, you will never be forgotten.